Hey guys, I thought I would, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong screen. I thought I'd give you a short video um, of owncloud because I put you guys, added you to my user group, my user whatever, uh, user database on owncloud. It's my own web server. So I thought I'd sort of start off with showing you what I mean by that. Sorry, I keep looking off to the side. That's where my second screen is. So you're going to see my profile here. But anyway, so I'm going to minimize this screen here. So the server actually is something called a Raspberry Pi. Actual server itself. This is the guy. He's kind of small. I like it because it's small form factor. Normally this HDMI is not plugged in because it doesn't really need a screen per se. It just needs a network connection and some hard drives. And this actually is a USB to a USB hub. And I have multiple USB hard drives plugged into the hub. And so that's this guy. And then let me show you here we go. This is when I first purchased it, and you can see the Raspberry Pi when it's all put together, and yeah, that's the dude. So basically, this is a web server I've created. I've unloaded Linux on it. I've loaded Apache, MySQL, and PHP, which is all freeware. So I think the Raspberry Pi was 40 bucks. It was 35 or something for the Raspberry Pi board itself, and then like $10 I think for this plastic case. So I think nowadays the board is 40 bucks, not 35. So it can be $50 for if you're thinking about it. But anyway, it's no big deal. It's sort of $40, $50 server. And so what you do with the server is you then install, you install Linux, and then you make it into your web server. And then I purchased a yearly domain name. It was like $18 a year. So that's when you get your www.boudreaupaul.com, which goes to that little mini server you just saw. And of course, it's a mini server on my home network, so you know this is going to take a couple minutes. And there's my web page. So off this server, I've installed other packages. So if you go to owncloud, it may automatically log me in because it may automatically recognize that it's me. I gotta change these fonts. I'd like to make them red, but for some reason, they want to stay gray. Anyway, with a little more patience, I guess eventually it'll come up. Probably should have had this ready in advance. owncloud, because there's so much overhead, it does tend to be a little laggy. Yeah, okay, so it's automatically logging me in as owncloud admin. Um, yeah, I know, you're slow. By the way, I'm using Chrome here. So I'm going to log out and show you what you would normally see as your front end screen. And then I'll log in with my regular account instead of my admin account once it finally decides to do that. Okay, so my regular account. And so basically this is a shared drive space on my web server because of, oh, it doesn't like my password apparently. Maybe I've changed it, and so maybe I can't do this because I don't remember what I set this to. Oh, maybe it is going to log me in here this time. Maybe this time I typed it correctly. Anyway, what it is it proportionally, it gives you a portion of the server space. And nope, apparently not. So I guess I'm going to do the admin again, because I know what the password is for that one. Or do I? And then once you have this all connected, you're connected. Oh boy, am I having some hard times today, huh? Um, well, this is maybe a good time to talk about losing your password. I'm pretty sure that's not it, or maybe it is. And you watch the little circle go round and round. Yep, I guess that was the password. Anyway, as a regular user, you won't get to see some of the things you're going to see now, but it's fine. I think I've given the admin just more space in general, just nothing more than that. But basically, it says that each of these users have a certain amount of space allocated to them. And then what happens is, from a regular use perspective, you would install a client on, I can't see the client from this screen, but you would install a client, for instance, in this case, an owncloud client. I'm going to pull it out of there's my owncloud client. I'm pulling it out of my taskbar. And you can see that right now what it's trying to do is trying to sync. So how this all works is when you install the client, it goes and on your system, this PC, somewhere in here it'll create a folder, and then it'll say, when you're configuring it, it'll say what folder do you want to sync with. So for instance, I've created this owncloud folder, Paul Boudreau owncloud, and I've told the server and my client that this is the folder I want it to sync with. So now anything from my main computer that I want to store on the server, I just drag and drop it in here, or create it in here in the first place. And what happens is the client, this guy, periodically checks what's in here and periodically checks what's on the server and syncs them so that this this folder on my laptop is now supposedly in sync with this folder on the server. Why would you want to do that? Well, you would want to do that because you may want to get a hold of these files from a different device, like your phone or your tablet or somebody else's laptop. So what you would do, you could install the client on your phone or tablet, or you could just use a browser and do what I just did, which is log in from a browser. And then from here on the browser, you could click into these folders and directories, my resume directory, for instance, or anything here, and go to a file and download it onto the device, a phone, tablet, or somebody else's laptop, and download these files that are mirrored from your laptop. So basically, it's a way to remotely get a hold of files that you have in your laptop if you don't have access to your laptop. That's the general purpose for owncloud. There are add-ons to owncloud that other services don't have, such as this. Well, this is just a general list of the activities that have been going on, stuff that it's been doing, syncing. If I've moved files around and stuff like that, it'll say who did it, when, and where, and what. Then owncloud has all these other abilities that I've plugged into it. Documents will basically just look through your folder structure and show you only the ones it thinks are documents. Same with pictures, only the ones that it thinks is pictures. Music, same thing. I think there's a video, same thing with videos. Now the other ones, let's say this guy is actually a news feed, so basically here I can add news feeds I want to look at. Yeah, it's really slow. And it's still trying to think about the activity thing. It must have a lot of activity going on. And it'll pop up what the new articles are on the feed that you've added. Well, here's your activity that's finally come up. So I'm going to go to feeds, news feed, sorry. Notes, same kind of thing. You can take basically notes, kind of like OneNote if you've used a OneNote, but not as good as OneNote. Calendar, same kind of idea, calendar feature. Contacts, so in other words, like your contacts list you have in your phone. Same idea, you can put it here. You can also have it sync, I believe, but I'm not too sure how that works exactly, so that your contacts would be synced. And tasks like to-do lists and bookmarks, which are like links to other web pages and stuff. So you can store them. Basically, the idea is store them off of your local device, where potentially they are. I do have no news feeds. It's just slow coming up, I guess. There they are. So potentially this is safer because if your physical device gets stolen or whatever, you still can access your information. So that's the idea of owncloud. I just know that I sent this to you, so I thought I'd explain what it was. So you guys have each a user account, and you should all have, if you log in, you should have all these options. Again, the main option is just the file sharing, the file syncing option. And I think I've given you the default, which is 40 gig. Typically that's enough for most people. Usually brand new computers have, 250, 500 gig. Your user, your documents folder generally is a lot lower, a lot smaller than that. So you can see I got a bunch of people in here, and here you guys are, and I think you are default. Yep. So default is 40 gig, which I can obviously you can see from here I can increase or decrease that. Total, I think I have 8 terabytes. So off the server, 2 3-terabyte drives and a 2-terabyte drive, all clustered together in a single 8-terabyte logical volume. But whatever, that's techie talk. But anyway, I just wanted to give you this video about this so you guys could maybe understand it and make use of it.